Hi everybody, this is Ron Gadget Man, and today is September the 15th, 2011. Now you can see I'm sitting down for a change because it's just too blasted hot and I'm too blasted tired. Anyway, but this is Gadget Man Land. You guys know I work a lot. Play pretty good too. But anyway, so today what we did was we modified a 1990 Chevy Blazer with the 4.3 liter V6 in it. All right, that's right, 4.3, right? Okay. Again, I'm a little brain dead right now. Please forgive me. But what I'm gonna do is there's the vehicle out there in the sun. It's about 185,000 degrees out there in Phoenix. So anyway, but it's had a little bit of a fender bender, but it's running kind of rough. But I'll tell you what, I'm gonna turn the camera over to the guy who owns the vehicle and let him tell you about himself, introduce himself, what he does for a living, whatever, and then tell us about his vehicle. All right, so here you go. Why don't you tell everybody out in Gadget Man Land who in the world you are?
Well, I'm Keith. I live.
What's your last name, Keith?
Keith Davis.
Keith Davis, all right.
And I live in Central Arizona. A few hours north of here. But I came down to learn about this and to see what he could do. And he didn't just put the groove in. He noticed a lot of little details that needed to be sorted out for all kinds of performance issues. Getting the vacuum lines right, as well as getting the whole ignition timing and the whole balance of all these things together. And what I really liked about the net result after it was all said and done, and I'm skipping a lot of details.
Give the details too. It's all right.
Okay. Well, you know, I mean, he tweaked the timing. He tweaked.
We put a radiator hose in.
Yeah, that was its own issue. We won't go into.
Check the temperatures of the heads.
Yeah, and the temperature of the heads on one side especially went down at least 100 degrees. It was over 400 degrees, and I think it was like 320.
300 on one side, and it was 300 to 320 on one side, and it was 400 and change on the other. Both around 300 degrees, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's up to 100 degrees difference.
250, yeah.
And the temperatures on the engines, both sides of the engines are very much closer, as well as I liked where Ron, he was able to adjust, lower the idle, where the manual for this, specifically for this truck, says you cannot adjust the idle.
And we always believe what we read, don't we?
Right. And so I thought that was kind of an interesting joke on, society will,
How long have you been driving with that thing idling fast?
Oh goodness, I've had this now at least 3 years.
And how long did it take me to set the idle?
Not 2 minutes.
About 30 seconds. Yeah. Pull off the breather. That's it, right?
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah, I know.
And I thought it was so funny. I watched some of his videos and we discussed how creating a better vacuum creates better vaporization of the gasoline.
Right.
So that it can burn better.
Right.
If it doesn't vaporize, it don't burn.
Well, does it burn better now?
It's got to. I mean, everything's smoother. You know how a race car tries to adjust the shifting of the transmission so that you get the best of the power curve throughout the whole movement as you accelerate.
Right.
This has much more smoother transitions. You know how many times, even with the automatic, as I have, that you can feel as it shifts.
So is it better?
It's smoother transition in all the power curve of the shifting.
Right.
And the vibration at 70 miles an hour is a lot less. Except on highways here, you can still go 75. But yeah.
Well, we're not confessing to a crime.
But it's something that it's. Well, I don't mind going 70 miles an hour. Before, I had a lot more shake front end because the engine was shaking, which makes the whole car shake.
It sure does. It sure does.
And so it's something that, of course, this is my first test drive. I can't know the gas mileage difference, but I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks. But the performance, the pickup, I'm really pleased to see.
All right.
And
Well, now, before we go much further, I want you to pop out there and start that engine.
yeah,
All right?
well,
Come on, we're gonna just
okay.
go out here because we're gonna start it. We're gonna finish this little talk. All right. See, she's an old bomb, but she's still running good.
Yeah, it's got a little over 200,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
And there's the low idle with it. Before it was over 1,000 RPM, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, it was well over 1,000. So let's take a walk around the back here, shall we?
Oh yeah, good. You asked me I should smell the exhaust.
We gotta let it run for.
And after on the exhaust.
We gotta let it run. Oh yeah, even right now it's really rich because you just started it up. But
yeah, let it sit a minute.
We'll go ahead and smell it now though, because you'll be able to compare it.
Well, it doesn't have the pungent smell. It still smells like smoke.
Yeah, but it's got no catalytic converter either, does it?
Yeah, the previous owner, I was looking for the catalytic converter. I was wondering if that had been plugged a while back, and it was really apparent that someone had literally completely pulled that out and put a tube in its place.
All right, so now we put this on the emissions analyzer beforehand. Do you remember what your HCs were running beforehand?
The hydrocarbons, I think there were, weren't they on 5?
No, there were almost 4,000.
I'm thinking about the nitrous oxide.
Oh yeah, no,
okay.
just the hydrocarbons. That's
yeah,
the unburned fuel.
they were up to 3,000. Yeah.
All right, and what were they after?
Goodness, around 300.
That's right.
Yeah.
So is that more efficient, you think?
Well, you know, when you see like what you call that, a 90% difference,
right?
That there's got to be some gas mileage improvement.
Yeah. So let me ask you. So are you saying that this thing dropped your hydrocarbon emissions by 90%?
Well, that seems to be that math to me.
All right. So if you got anything else, tell everybody out there in Gadget Man land.
Well, to put it simply, I'm glad to meet you, Ron.
I like that. That'll work for me. That'll always work for me, guys. All right. So look, a little groove. Oh, does a little groove make a big difference?
Big difference.
All right. So there again, you hear it from yet somebody else. Another success story for the Gadget Man Groove. A little groove does make a big difference when it's put in there in the right way. So I'm going to say God bless you richly and warmly. Remember, get over to GadgetManGroove.com today. I promise you'll be happy after you get done with yours too, because this thing only works every time. So God bless y'all richly and warmly, and we will talk to you tomorrow. And remember to always smile for a stranger today, because you will both be glad you did. Bye-bye now.